Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 4. We're here with race 17 and it's another new track to the series and it is one of my own. Now this is going to be a bit of a tester as this is one that I built for a potential other series of races. As I've said before, I've got a list of other potential series I'd be interested in doing alongside the main UMR season, which would be the main one. Home track for Eggbot, I suppose, in a way. Although Eggbot technically is in space, if you ask them. So I think anything in space would be Eggbot's home track. But yeah, this is a taster for a bit of a destruction derby, depending on where you're from, depending on how you pronounce it. Type track for one of those type series where we have a bunch of tracks that are based off that kind of race style, so lots of collisions, maybe lots of crossovers, jumps. Sure, you get the kind of idea of what those tracks generally tend to look like and the sort of mayhem that can unfold on them. So something a little bit chaotic, smallish tracks, lots of places for contact, that sort of thing. So this is a bit of a taster to see how well this track goes and how people feel about it, as to whether, how promising that kind of series would be. And boy, saying they like chaotic, that's a good start then. So yeah, a bit of a taster into that. I do have a few more that I've made, and obviously when I start actually thinking about what seasons I want when, I'll start putting it out and seeing what track creators, if any track creators, want to get involved and submit some tracks to them as well. So I had very little time to get set up for this because I literally got in from work. I was in the office late. Well, not in the office late, I was stuck at the office till late, and then traffic all the way back. So I've literally been back for about half an hour, turned the computer on, set everything up, get everything ready, eat some dinner, and yeah, very time pressured on this one. So I made it on time though, so that's the good stuff. So I see Boyer also said there was the correct intro song. I still don't think the other one was wrong, but maybe. Wheatman ready for the race, and Iceman saying honestly hard to keep up optimism, but I have to. Yeah, keep it going, keep the optimism up. There's still chances, plenty of chances. But anyway, all that waffle done. The current standings going into this: Pesky Bird is leading with 356 points, Superboss in second with 307, Demon in third with 300, Moo in fourth with 298, Boy in fifth with 292, Alfonso in sixth with 285, Fludes in seventh with 284, Stormy in eighth with 283, Sage in ninth with 263, Shady in 10th with 260, and then we have Cheese, Azur, Luna, Iceman, Weep, Eggbot, and Jimmy. And of course, in the last race, the really long race, I didn't go through the points at the start. Might not be the second one on this, seeing as people watching on stream will have just seen the results. And on YouTube, as I said in the last one, they are there on the screen. I don't even know if I really need to go through them on the first race, but I do anyway. Maybe I'll shake it up. We'll see. Anyway, over to the track. So here we are at the very brown, meant to be dirt, very brown collision course track. So before we go around the track, which will not take long at all, let's get everyone into their places. So it's going to be 20 laps because it is a short track, reverse grid as always, and let's get the predictions started. I did actually remember to get those ready to go. So I'm going to start predictions. 2 minutes to make your predictions starting from now. And a quick look around the track. So from the get-go, it is a smooth bend around into the first of the crossroads and a little loop around, back across the crossroad, and then down the next main. It's not really a straight, big curved bend. Class this as one bend, maybe two. Under a bridge, and then we have two obstacles here which you have to go around. So you try and slalom your way through both of those, get around those signs. You hit them, it will cost you a lot of time because you get a bit of speed around here. And then into the second crossover. So the crossovers do give you a chance to gain or lose positions. If someone further back comes down and hits someone who's on their way out, you could get knocked onto the next straight, and the checkpoints are along the straights. They refer to them as straights even though they are curved. So it will be beneficial if you can pull that off. So hopefully we'll see a bit of chaos here, and under one final bridge to the finish. Not a lot of scenery. Originally this was all plain. I did a bit of scenery with the bridges and parking area and stuff, but it doesn't really need too much scenery. It's just meant to be an empty dirt area for destruction. It looks very interesting. Hopefully the race will be interesting. And the DNF time is nearly done. So just another thing as well, I feel like I might as well say, it is September. So if you're ever considering subscribing on Twitch, this is probably the best month to do it. I think it's 30% off subscriptions, or if you've got a Prime sub, of course, it is totally free. So just thought I'd say that. And the prediction time is done. So now we can get started with the race. So let's get it ticking down. And it is green and they're off. A little bit too slow. There we go. They start to make up speed. Demon's going to go into the lead with Weep just behind. Might speed up a little bit more. And going across. So while they're all grouped together, we won't see too much on the crossovers, but as they start to spread out, that's where things will take effect. See a collision there between Iceman, Alfonso, and Moo, and Moo comes out worse in that situation. Coming up to the barriers, this is where we'll see if anyone clips it. There's a clip there for Jimmy. Alfonso hits it as well. Moo and Pesky Bird. I think Moo hit that and picked Pesky Bird up on the way round. So a few hits there to slow them down. And Alfonso and Moo being put to the back following those collisions. But on the crossover, Moo's going to collide with Weep, and it's going to be a big play and moves Moo up to fourth. Is this done with boosters on the floor to give the marbles speed? If so, maybe up the boost around straight areas to make it go faster. Yeah, it's all floor boosted to make sure they keep moving. Oh, and on the crossover, Fludes is going to gain a lot of places there from, I think, 15th to 4th on the crossover. So we're already starting to see some chaos on those crossover sections and the benefits. And if I run this full speed, the boosters are relatively quick. It's just the right amount of boost to keep them fairly controlled, and the collisions pretty clean on the crossover. And they can navigate through that slalom most of the time. As you can see, there is the occasional collision, which is what I was aiming for. And Superboss collides with Weep, almost setting Weep back, and Weep's stranded right now, gets picked up by Shady, and that's going to cost Shady. Fludes and I approve of the track, very fun. Glad to hear it. I'm sure Fludes has no bias after that big position gain and fastest lap from that collision. It's a clean crossover. Stormy's leading, Demon in second, Azure in third. Are we going to see any more? It's close, but Eggbot and Fludes making it through clean. Moo just behind. So the pack at the back are currently Shady, Bwer, Sage, Weep, Cheese and Alfonso. So they'll be looking to try and pick someone off on the crossover. And Wheatman saying, yeah, it's a cool track. I'm glad to hear it. Also, we've got some trouble going on. Moo's running slow. Eggbot's going to the inside, but again a bit slow. Everyone piling up a bit. Eggbot with a lunge. Azur's going to collide with Moo, and that's going to be a gain for Moo. Fluid with a bit more speed. Sage and Cheese going through with no collision. Moo going a bit slow, is going to get bumped by Super Boss, but Stormy is, as we always say, storming away with it. Up at the front. And I will keep using that until it, if not even until it dies, I'll keep using it past that point. And Azur in second, Fluids in third, still with that fastest lap. And then everyone grouped together in the middle here. Not seeing any collisions further back. Go through the slalom, and also the top three made it through quite clean. And in fact that group made it through clean. Pesky Bird and Boer not quite making it through. Luna, Iceman, Weep, Alfonso with a really bad hit. Sage through with great speed. Moo's actually gone off. While we were watching that slalom, Moo's gone off and is going to DNF. And Cheese gets picked up by Jimmy on the crossover, so that's going to cost Jimmy a few places. But great news for Cheese, moving up to 8th. So yeah, F's in the chat for Moo. I can see Boer's already on top of it. The off the track F. So that is one out already. You can see everyone quite close here. Very clean passes, very close, but no collisions. Iceman skimming Jimmy. How is it possible to get off the track? I guess either a heavy collision on the crossover or... Oh, Cheese with a bad hit there. Jimmy's going to get past. Or if you go into one of these walls too quick, I think you can just bounce over. Eggbot running slow. Pesky's going to sneak through and just skim Stormy. Could have been a big play if that collision had hit. And Boyer's running a little bit slow on the crossover. Pesky Bird. Hello. Iceman running good as always, of course, of course. So let's see what's going on at this crossover. Is everyone starting to spread out a bit? Is anyone going to get picked up here? It's close, but still no. Lots of near misses though. And Alfonso sneaking through. It's very satisfying seeing them just narrowly miss each other. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the chaos. But Stormy's still just away with the lead. Demon's going to get through. Azur running slow, just missing Fluids. Sage gave them a little nudge through. Oh, college, has that been keeping you busy? There's almost a hit there between Boy and Sage. It looked like there was contact, but it wasn't enough. Head back over here. Stormy just missing Shady. This is where it gets a bit tense for Stormy at the front, with everyone spread out. One bad hit and that lead could be over. So everyone at the front will be trying to avoid any collisions. It looks like Demon's actually had a crash on the slalom. So while everyone's racing, I see Azur getting a collision there as well. It's close, but Stormy's still managing to dodge everyone. Everyone running slow here. I think there's a bit of a pile-up following that collision. And that's just going to allow Stormy to break away even more. Shady now in second, Fluids in third. Oh, and I think Iceman was going for a little tactical slowdown there to get picked up by that group of 4, but Cheese is going to push Iceman through and take that for themselves. Eggbot running slow, but that's going to move Cheese up to 7th. And Cheese actually with the fastest lap as well. He's got Pesky Bird in 4th, Demon in 5th, Jimmy in 6th, Cheese 7th, Azur 8th. And Fluids is currently chasing down Shady. Interesting track. Love it. Glad to hear it. Like I say, there's a few more like this. So seeing as people seem to be enjoying this, then maybe we'll do a series then in the future of tracks like this. The chaos of the crossovers, of the crossroads. Azure with a lunge up the inside of Demon there. Gonna see any bumps here. Cheese flying through, just avoiding any collisions. Were through. Alfonso and Luna through, so no one's going to collide there. Weep's slowing down. Not enough though, as Iceman and Sage are both running a bit slow. And back on the slalom, Stormy's actually collided on the slalom, which is going to lose them time. Shady's going to crash as well, so not going to gain anything on Stormy. Weep at risk of being lapped here. No race checkpoints beside the finish line. There are checkpoints. There's checkpoints all the way down these straights, or these long bends. They're just all invisible. Keeps the order up to date. And Demon timing that just right to get picked up by Shady. That is going to allow Stormy to just break away even more and extend that lead. With Shady being slowed down, but a big play by Demon will move them up into second. And that drops Shady to third. And that also puts them at risk as Pesky Bird is just behind. Jimmy and Fludes just behind as well, with Fludes now in sixth. They're piling up. It's going to be a bit slow with them battling about like this. And Eggbot almost getting picked up in that. Could have been a big play, but not successful. Close between Eggbot and Boer. What about on the slalom? We're going to see a crash. Demon's going to clip the wall and it's going to pick everyone else up. And Demon's going to use that to an advantage. A bit of a tactical play there, blocking everyone out. Cheese just threading the needle. What a play by Cheese to get through there. Gaining 3 positions. And Eggbot with a lot of speed around the outside is going to get past Fludes and Azure. Fludes dropping positions. Oh, but a sneaky move by Fludes. Timing that with the low speed, managing to tuck on the inside. It will be a bit slow exit on the straight, but it's going to be able to block Cheese. An absolute play and a half. It's going to be behind Demon now, up into third. I'm sure everyone else is not going to be happy with that move, but the game is the game. Tell you what, I think someone needs to clip that. That was an incredible move by Fludes there to move up third. Almost a second, but Demon just had a bit more speed. The exit speed's not great when you cut like that, but blocking everyone else out, it was very beneficial. And then a bit of a pile up on the slalom. Everyone's going to slow down. This is a chance for Superboss, Shady, Azure, Iceman. But Iceman's going to fly through there clean. A lot of speed. He's going to go to the outside. Is that 6 positions gained by Iceman, but it's going to be blocked out by Fludes. As Fludes does a little brake check, and Cheese wiping Demon out, and Demon's going to have to do the loop again. Cheese is going to move up to second, and Demon's going to get dropped quite far down from that collision. Absolute chaos breaking out here on lap 12. So that's putting Cheese in second and with the fastest lap. Iceman in third with that amazing move. That might be 2 clips in a row. Fludes in fourth, Pesky Bird in fifth, Eggbot in sixth. So everything's starting to ramp up yet again. Demon down to 10th from that bump. Oh, it's close there. Boy and Shady. Eggbot just threading the needle through that gap. But where is our race leader? We haven't checked in a while. Cheese with a collision on the slalom. Iceman's through clean. Could this be another Iceman speedy moment? Round the outside, and Iceman does it around Cheese. Flutes is through as well, cutting in front of Iceman, going up to second. Iceman will be third. Cheese now in fourth. Stormy is still just miles ahead in their own race. But wow, absolute chaos unfolding here. And everyone's starting to group up a little bit more once again, with all the action going on. You can see Fludes, Iceman, Cheese trying to break away before the main group catches up with them, and there's a collision. Cheese and Superboss. Superboss is going to gain some positions there. He's going to tuck in front of Pesky Bird and block them out. I see a redeemed Hydrate as well. Oh, it's a big collision on the slalom. Fludes and Iceman bumping into each other. Cheese slowing down. Superboss going to thread the needle. So does Pesky, with a great line by both of them to pick up some positions. And I will hydrate as we watch them go around the bend. So following that collision through the slalom, Superboss is going to be in second, Pesky Bird in third, Iceman in fourth, Cheese in fifth. Then Sage and Flute's just behind, being hunted down by Shady. Then we have Eggbot, Demon, Azure and Jimmy. See Stormy still storming ahead. And Luna and Wheat currently at the back. And Moo are only a DNF at the moment. Alfonso making it between everyone there, not managing to get picked up. See what happens through the slalom. It's a big hit for Superboss. Iceman's got a lot of speed. He's going to fly back through. Iceman doing quite well on this slalom at the moment. Only seems to bump it when there's someone else with them. So there's a clean run there. You're welcome for the jinx. That is a part of my job. It's in fine print at the bottom of the job description. Now is Weep close enough to actually get involved in the group? Just a little bit too slow. If Weep ups the pace slightly, or if this group here drop their pace while fighting for positions, then Weep could get picked up by them and try and gain some places. And places is points. Pesky Bird and Iceman running a bit slow there. I think they may have had a collision. Luna also not quite in time to get picked up. And Flues with a big hit on the slalom. Jimmy with a hit as well. Cheese is going to sneak through, a bit more speed than Demon as well. So Cheese gaining 3 positions, still holding that fastest lap. And there's been a collision between Demon and Pesky Bird. And yet another massive play by Demon. And Alfonso and Sage collide as well. Demon's going to block Iceman on the outside. But Demon moving up to second. Pesky Bird's going to get dropped down to 7th. Superboss just behind Demon and Iceman. Pesky Bird not happy with Demon. But that is the aim of the game here. Weep and Luna through. Not managing to collide with anyone. Stormy coming through. No collisions, but it was close. Let's head back around to the other crossroad. Superboss in front of Iceman. Any collisions? No. Demon just making it between Azure and Boer. Luna's going to get picked up by Alfonso though. Massive for Luna. Is going to go up from 15th to 7th. So you can't count yourself out on this track. You time it right and you can make some big plays, as Luna just proved. A huge leap in the points. But can they keep hold of the position? Wheat coming through, maybe trying to do the same, but somehow getting between Alfonso and Jimmy there. Very small gap, but gets through perfectly. There's been trouble for Iceman and Superboss. As I say, Iceman struggles through that slalom when there's someone else involved. Needs that open space to get through clean. How did Moo DNF? So I think it happened over this side and possibly a rough hit on the wall. Maybe getting sandwiched by someone. And going over the wall, and Moo is the only DNF so far on lap 18 of 20. Stormy still just having a race of their own, absolutely dominating this track right now, not colliding with anyone, keeping it clean, and just dominating performance. Heading up to the slalom. We'll see if they get through clean. Demon first. There's a lot of speed. Pesky Bird a bit too fast. Is going to collide with the second Signpost Superbusters as well. So Luna's going to come through, Flu's through. A massive pile up behind Azure, Eggbot and Shady, losing a lot of time in that. Iceman's going to sneak through and pick up quite a few positions, getting around the outside of Pesky Bird. And Weep is up to 12th. They were just getting the overtake, means Weep will be 13th, but a position jump going on for Weep. So it's Cheese in second, still with the fastest lap. I don't know if that's going to get beaten at this rate. I think it was quite a good lap. Demon in third, with some very tactical plays so far today. Flude's in fourth. Iceman currently in fifth, with Pesky Bird right behind sixth. And Eggbot is going to sneak through, collide with Flude. I think there's a collision there with Sage and Iceman. Iceman holding strong though, is not going to let them body them back around that loop. And Stormy going on to the final lap. Iceman just skimmed the second signpost though. Eggbot with a collision on the wall. Pesky Bird is going to sneak through and gain a couple of positions. Sage, Alfonso and Azure come through, but Alfonso and Azure collide slightly, having a bit of a stumble. Means Blur's going to have more speed, going to pick up a couple of positions there. And still on the final lap, it is chaos. Absolute chaos. Stormy coming around the final corner. And it's just clean all the way around from Stormy. So we're going to watch Stormy head down to the finish line here. Hasn't had much camera time off of the front on their own, but I'm sure they'll be fine with it as they take the win. A clean win for Stormy, and incredible performance, not letting anyone else affect their race. And now to watch the chaos behind. Cheese in second, Flude's in third, Demon in fourth, Iceman just behind in fifth with quite a bit of speed. We right behind Demon. Will anyone get a last minute lunge across the crossroads? Cheese is through clean. You definitely don't want to get hit here on the final lap. Gonna go and zoom out a bit so we can also see Cheese heading to the finish. Cheese is across the line in second, Flude's across in third. Also there's no collisions there. Demon just in front of Iceman, fourth and fifth, and Alfonso followed closely by Pesky Bird. Azure across in eighth. And it's very close here as it's Sage, Eggbot, Jimmy, Blur, Luna. Weep managing to pull a few positions higher after a rough start. And then it was Superboss and Shady. So what a race. What a race. And over to our winning marble cam. Congratulations, claps in the chat for Stormy. An absolute dominant performance, clean all the way through. Cheese with a good fastest lap, and absolute chaos throughout. Love the drama, love the chaos. And what a way for the first race. So yeah, the track, for what I gather, people did enjoy the track. I'm glad to hear that. So yeah, there may be a season coming up sometime soon with these Destruction Derby type tracks. A few more like this, more crossovers, less crossovers, figure of eights, range of different styles, but lots of chaos, lots of collisions. Fun track, but not enough collisions. Not enough collisions. Well, you know what would increase collisions? More races. So if we can get more races, we'll have more collisions. So there, anyone not signed up, head over to the Discord, sign up for the races over there, join the team, and you can take part and also be in with a chance of winning the prize pool in future seasons. But now I'm going to go and put the results from this race over on the leaderboard. I'll be back in just a minute with the standings. Alright, the results have been entered. So let's head over to the standings. So following that race, Pesky Bird is still leading, still going strong up at the front, just creeping away with the lead. So I'm sure Pesky Bird is going to be thrilled with that result. Just edging further and further away, ever so slightly. Of course, that time of night again, my words going to get all jumbled. Brain starting to get tired. Made up 5 to Pesky, we're getting there. There's a positive outlook. There we go. But Demon in second, 326. I don't think I said how many points Pescabird has. Pescabird has 374 points in first. Demon's in second with 326. Stormy moving up into the top 3 with that win. Third place with 323. Fludes in fourth with 314. Superboss 1 point behind with 313. Alfonso in 6th with 305. Moo in 7th with 302. Were in 8th with 301. Cheese in 9th with 289. Sage in 10th with 277. And then we have Shady, Azur, Iceman, Luna, Wheat, Eggbot, and then Jimmy. Jimmy still at the bottom, fighting their way up, hanging in there. But don't worry, because there's still plenty more chances to get some big points. So everything's still looking fairly close. Like I say, Pescabird is creeping away, trying to creep away. But it is not clear. It's nowhere near clear yet. So there's still plenty to come. So of course we have one more race for the stream, as always. But for those watching on YouTube, this is where the video ends. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.